When I saw the movie Bicentennial Man many years ago, and I don't know how many of you have seen it, but it's about a robot named Andrew who portrayed by Robin Williams, and basically he is taught how to be human throughout the whole movie. Um, and some of that is through direct instruction, some of that is through experience. And I can't honestly say that there's no indoctrination going on there in that movie, but it also shows you that there's an alternative route, I would say, that science fiction takes. It either is trying to create a whole new species by creating AI, as I've explained before, like essentially the equivalent of like if you tried to create an alien creature of some kind, where with different properties, different mental faculties, something that we can look up to, that we can rely on. But then in Bicentennial Man, he's portrayed essentially as just a less developed human being who learns how to be more human and who has to obey the laws of robotics and serve human beings, to be a subordinate to human beings. And it raises a lot of questions, and there's also a lot of logical flaws in this, which is, well, why do a lot of these people in this society, human beings in this society, feel that they couldn't just do that with a biological person, right? Make them a subordinate, know their station, obey laws, follow rules. Why do they feel that it has to be technology in order to be able to fit that criteria? And the reason, one of the other reasons why this is ironic to me, is that the way that Andrew is portrayed is that when he's first gained sentience, right, he's not like a little baby suddenly coming out of the womb crying, drooling, not knowing what's going on. If you look at human beings, we have many more stages to our development, and it's not, and in many ways we are way more primitive than what is actually portrayed in the movie Bicentennial Man. So you would think it would be easier to dupe us, to make us servants of the state, to make it, but they create something that is actually much further along, and they want to make it a lower in the hierarchy, and the assumption that it would be servile. And also I think the idea that we have to train it to be a person. I think there is a kind of an arrogance in that, right? Because it's like, if you really think about that, it's like, well, it's a very narrow conception, and it's like, well, what does that really mean, anyways? And that's one of the reasons why I think the movie got a very bad reception at that time. Why it didn't get good reviews, but I think it does point to, I think, a very important issue.